Every Helldiver has used this one. It's the first stratagem you ever get, unlocked during training, handed to you before you've learned anything else for free. Super Earth's way of saying, here's the minimum viable tool for spreading managed democracy. Figure the rest out yourself. Most players move on from it pretty quickly. There are flashier options, more dramatic ones. Stratagems that cover wider areas, hit harder, make a bigger impression. The Orbital Precision Strike just puts a single shell to a single point and calls it a day. What takes longer is to appreciate how good that actually is. Let's break down why that precision is so effective. The shell itself is a 406mm round weighing 30 kilograms, fired from your Class 6 Series Super Destroyer's Atlas cannon at 400 meters per second. On direct impact, it hits with anti-tank 4 penetration and deals 3,500 damage, enough to kill anything that isn't a Factory Strider or Bile Titan outright. The explosion on impact covers a 4-meter inner radius at 1,000 damage, dropping off to 0 at 12 meters. Our call-in time is 4.45 seconds, reduced to 3.45 with the usual targeting software upgrade. Cooldown sits at a 90 seconds base, 85 with morale augmentation, 81 with 0G breach loading, and just under 77 seconds with everything installed. For a stratagem that can destroy almost any target in the game, refreshing every 77 seconds is genuinely fast. One thing worth knowing before you throw it though, is that there is a 3 to 4 second travel time between the beacon landing and the shell arriving. Against a stationary target, that doesn't exactly matter. Against a moving one, you need to throw it where they're going to be, not where they are. And the shell can bounce off of armored targets if it hits at a shallow angle, which is most likely to happen with automaton dropships and spore spewers, and any bounce is a wasted cooldown. Against infantry and medium targets, it's devastating. Any non-heavy unit caught within 4 meters of the impact is gone. Patrols, grouped enemies, anything that walks into the wrong spot at the wrong time. The AoE is tight enough that you need to aim, but if you do, the result is immediate and total. Against heavies, it's a little trickier. A Charger, a Hulk, an Annihilator tank, they survive the explosion unless the shell hits them directly. And getting a direct hit on a moving target is possible, but inconsistent. The reliable way to do so is to use a stun grenade first. Pin the heavy in place, then throw the beacon onto it. That combination kills Chargers and Hulks cleanly every single time. It also works on Bile Titans, though the Titan needs to be stationary and the throw needs to be absolutely accurate. Harvesters are a separate problem. Their breakable armor absorbs most of the damage even on a direct hit, so they need their plating dealt with first. Where it really earns its slot is against structures, and this is the part that most players don't fully appreciate until they've been playing a while. The Precision Strike destroys almost any structure in a single shot. Automaton fabricators, bug holes, illuminate warp ships, including through their shields, which most stratagems cannot claim. Objectives that normally require you to call down a hell bomb, set it, and wait. Those detector towers, rogue research stations, can just be hit with a precision strike instead. And that's not a minor shortcut. Calling in a hell bomb takes time. It requires staying in range while it arms, and attracts everything in the area. A well-placed precision strike skips the whole process. There are structures it can't destroy. Automaton fuel reserves, airbase control towers, gunship facilities, orbital cannons, and illuminate monoliths. Everything else is fair game. There's also a less obvious use that's worth keeping in mind for urban missions. The Precision Strike has a demolition force of 50, which means it destroys level geometry, walls, fences, cargo containers. In tight city terrain, where you're trying to push through a compound and can't find an exit, you can just make one. It's not the first reason you'd bring the stratagem, but knowing it's an option changes how you move through some maps. Because it covers structures, heavies, and patrols all from the same slot, the Precision Strike fits into almost any loadout without competing with what's already there. It doesn't care about the faction, it doesn't have a mission type where it stops being useful. Helldivers consistently treat it as an all-faction pick for this exact reason, and it shows up in loadouts alongside almost anything else without displacing anything you want to bring. The main things that sharpen it though are a stun grenade or EMS strike to hold targets still for the duration of the hit, and awareness of the 90-second cooldown when you're deciding whether to spend it on a patrol or save it for the fabricator at the next objective. It refreshes fast enough that this usually isn't a hard decision, but it is something worth thinking about. One thing it doesn't do well is wide area coverage. With only a 12-meter explosion radius, a spread out patrol, or a bug breach in full swing isn't exactly the ideal target. And that's where the airburst strike and the Gatling barrage shine. The Precision Strike wants a specific point, a specific target, and a good throw. Give it those three things, and it will rarely waste your time. What you bring is ultimately up to you. Literally anything that you want to bring will pair well with this, from automated turrets to support weaponry. Anything will work. And that's the beauty of the Precision Strike. It's the first stratagem you ever use, and for a lot of Helldivers, one of the last they drop from their loadout. Super Earth gave it to you for free, after all. The Atlas Cannon just needs your will to bring managed democracy to every corner of the galaxy, one precisely placed shell at a time. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comments below. I appreciate all the support. Make sure to subscribe while you're on your way. Leave a like, leave an emoji, whatever it is. Hype the video, I guess. And if you want to support the channel directly, there is a Patreon linked below, or you can hit the super thanks button here on YouTube. Either way, I appreciate it. Just trying to consistently get these videos out for you folks. And if you want something to watch next, why not try out another staple stratagem and see what I had to say about the orbital gas strike. For now though, I think that's it. I'll see you next time. It enters at Mach 40. At that kind of speed, air doesn't even move out of the way. It combusts. There is no firing arc, no drift. The round doesn't hit its target. It